Hey friends, and welcome back to another pottery tutorial. This is a very special tutorial because my friend Bianca is making the pot today. So Bianca is an incredible artist in her very own right, and you'll be seeing a lot more of her. So today we are making the toothbrush template. This is a great one for beginners. It's pretty straightforward and simple, so I think pretty much anyone can manage this one. So first you want to roll it a 1/2 centimeter slab, and we're going to use this to cut out all of the templates. So we're going to cut out TH1 once and TH2 twice. That will be at the top and the bottom of the toothbrush holder. Okay, and then you want to firm up this clay a little bit. We like to put it in front of the fan for about 10 minutes, but you can also just wait maybe half an hour for them to firm out. Or if you're working with clay with a lot of grog, it might just be fine to work straight away. It just depends on how floppy your clay is. The floppier it is, the trickier it will be to work with. So first we're going to start with assembling the body of the cylinder. So you want to cut each of the short ends at a 45-degree angle. And then you want to score them and slip them if needed. And just overlap those two angles and press them together firmly. So you want to make sure when you're cutting your angles that you're flipping the rectangle halfway in between so that these two angles overlap and form that perfect seam. And don't forget to blend the inside as well. So first we're going to start with attaching one of the circles to the end of the cylinder. So you want to place your cylinder on top of the circle and trace around where it should attach. The circles in my templates are always going to be a little bit bigger than what you're attaching them to because it's easier to make a perfectly straight line if you attach first and then trim to size. So you want to attach it and then go ahead with your needle tool or a little knife, just trim it to size. And then blend the base into the walls of your toothbrush holder. This is going to make that seam really strong and hopefully disappear. Okay, and then we're going to repeat that for the second circle. Now, if you don't want a base on the bottom of your toothbrush holder, you can leave off one of these circles. It will absolutely hold up your toothbrushes regardless if you want the toothbrush to drain and to make it easier to clean. Alternatively, if you do want it to drain but you want a little bit more stability there, you can attach the base and then come back in and cut a smaller hole out later. It's absolutely up to you if you want it to drain onto your sink, or if you have it on a shelf or something, you might not want it to drain out. So it's really up to you and your circumstances in your bathroom. One thing you do want to do, however, is let your toothbrush holder dry out a little bit before you cut those holes out, because you're going to get a much cleaner line. It's going to be a lot easier if you're working with a leather hard piece. So either pop it in front of the fan like Bianca just did, or you can let it dry out for a few hours or even overnight. Next step is to select how many holes you want in your toothbrush holder, depending on how many toothbrushes you got going on in your household. And then cut out that template, and you can use it on top like Bianca is here to trace out those holes. Now you can use either a hole cutter if you have one. Hole cutters are really great. Otherwise, you could just use a sharp knife or your needle tool to cut out these holes. And then just smooth it out until you're happy with it. And when you're cutting out your holes, I do recommend checking the size of your toothbrush because not all toothbrushes are the same size. These holes worked for our toothbrushes that we checked, but keep in mind they will end up being about 1.5 centimeters, assuming a 10% shrinkage and printing at 100% scale. So check your toothbrushes to make sure they fit 1.5 centimeters in diameter. And your toothbrush holder is finished. So we're going to just let it dry out now until we're ready to put it in the kiln. And here is the final result of our toothbrush holder. I love this project because it's a really simple, beginner-friendly project, and it's quite cute, and it's going to add a really cute feature to any bathroom. So please send your love to Bianca down below in the comments. She did such a great job with this tutorial. Her toothbrush cup is incredibly cute, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.